Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are doing great. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. I have created several playlists to cover various categories of the problems such as BFS, DFS, dynamic programming, linked list, queues, stacks, and so on. Please check them out. I have uploaded the code for this particular problem to GitHub repository. You can get the link from the description below this video. Let's jump into today's problem. Maximum number of vowels in a substring of given length. Given a string s and an integer k, return the maximum number of vowel letters in any substring of s with length k, right? So vowels are a, e, I, o, u. So the assumption is s has all the lowercase characters. Okay, so that's first assumption. So s has all lowercase. So let's write it down. S is all lowercase English, right? Characters. And we are given two things, s and k. Obviously the vowel letters are a, e, I, o and u, right? So those are the 5 vowels in English. So what we are going to do here is, since there are two parameters that are given, one is the string s and an integer k. K is nothing but the substring length, right? So k is the substring length, right? Substring of s with length k, that's what it mentioned. So k is the length of the substring. So k can be equal to the length of s also, right? That means there is entire string actually, right? So there can be any number of substring that could be possible, right? So for a given length s, right? So what we are going to do is, we are going to do a sliding window approach for this particular problem. So our sliding window length will be k, okay? Excuse me. Our sliding window length will be k. So why are we choosing the sliding window length k? Because of substring is length k, that's what is mentioned. So our sliding window length is equal to the substring length, right? So we will keep track of two things. Basically I am naming them as max and cur. So max is the max number of vowels seen as in a substring, so that is what is max, and cur is the number of vowels that are seen in the current substring, okay, of length k. So when we start from the string from 0th index, right, we will be encountering few substrings of length k. So each substring we have to treat them individually, right, and differently. And the cur is the one which keeps track of the length of the current not length of the number of vowels occurred in the current substring of length k, right? So the approach is simple here. What we are going to do is, we will go through the string s until it reaches the k. Basically we need to fill the sliding window, right? So once we fill the sliding window, then we will get the count of the vowels, right? Once we get the count of the vowels, we will put them into the current. So we will verify whether current is greater than the maximum. If it is so, we will override the maximum. So we will continue that process while we go through the string s and at every k length, right, at every k substring, right? So that's what our sliding window will be. So when we move the sliding window by one character, we need to forget the last character in the sliding window, right? So let's say if our sliding window is 0, 1, 2 of length 3, right, length 3. So our sliding window is 0, 1, 2. So when we move the sliding window to 1, 2, 3, right, that means we should forget the 0 index, right? And when we move to the next, right, so let's take one more just to try to understand. So we will say 2, 3, 4 is our sliding window. So when we move to the sliding window here, right, we forgot 0. When we move to sliding window here, we forgot 1 and added 4 into the sliding window. Here we forgot 0 and added 3, that becomes 1, 2, 3. We forgot 1 and added 3, so that became 2, 3, 4. So now as the next step, we need to forget 2 and add 3, 4, 5, right? So like that. So this is how we are going to go through. So when we move the sliding window, right, we need to see if the last character or the first character in the previous sliding window is a vowel or not. If it is a vowel, we need to decrement the count. So that is what we are doing. So what is this vowel? I am saying it as s of I minus k, because I is the current index and k is the length of the substring, right? So that's why we are looking whether s minus k, s of I minus k is vowel or not. If it is a vowel, we have to decrement the count, because we have to forget that and add if it is 3 is a vowel, right? So that's what we are moving the sliding window. So let's go ahead and try to understand the sliding window concept through the example, right? So now I is equal to 0 we start with, right? So sliding window is k is equal to 3, right? So our sliding window is L right now. So L is not a vowel, and let's say max will be initialized to 0 and cur also will be initialized to 0, right? So next our sliding window will become L E, right? So max is still 0 and cur will be 1, right? Why I am not making max is equal to 1? Because we haven't reached to the sliding window yet. Sliding window length should be 3, right? We are at length 2 only. So now L E E, that is our sliding window. Max is equal to 0, cur is equal to 2, right? So now we have reached to the sliding window of length 3, right? So if we add one more, right? What is the logic that we are going to use? Forget 0, that is here, and add 3. So we forget L and add after E E T, right? So but before that, what we are going to do is cur is 2, right? And max is 0. At this point in time, we have to convert max is equal to 2, because we have reached, right? We have reached to the sliding window is equal to k. So max is equal to 2, cur is equal to, basically what we are going to do is also 2, right? Now since we are moving on to the index 3, so L will be knocked off, because our sliding window we want to keep at 3 only. So E T. So what is max? Max will be still 2. Cur is T vowel? No. So we cannot. So max is equal to 2 and cur is equal to 2. Next, when we go to C, we have to knock out the E. So E T C. But when we do before doing this, right, we have to do what? So we knocked off E, right? That means we have to decrement the cur. Cur becomes minus 1. Sorry, cur becomes 1, because we have to knock off the E, right? And when we add C, C is not a vowel. So max is equal to 2 and cur is equal to 1 only. So because etc, how many vowels are there? Only 1. That's why cur is 1, right? And next we will move on, right? We will knock off. So when we are knocking off, the cur will be what? So max will be still 2, cur will be 0, right? Since we are knocking off. So T, C, and we add O, right? But O is a vowel, increment the cur like that. So next C O D. So in this, max is equal to 2 and cur is equal to 1, right? And O D E, right? It will be same anyway, right? Because we are not subtracting or adding. So finally, whatever the max we got, we return, right? So that's how we proceed through the sliding window, right? So these are the sliding window length is always k, remember. So when we are adding an element, basically a character to the sliding window, we have to remove the oldest character from the sliding window. So oldest will be s of I minus k. If that is a vowel, then we have to decrement the current count. Otherwise, we will not, right? So that's how we are going to proceed. So let's go look at the code for this particular implementation, right? So basically the whole thing we will go look at the code, right? So vowels are A, E, I, O and U, right? Let's go look at it. So I am getting the length of the string as S and initializing the max and cur. That's what two variables that we said we are going to keep track of the counts. Max is keeping track of the overall max and cur is keeping track of the current count of the vowels in the current substring, right? So both are initialized to 0. And so we go through the string from 0 to n index, right? So if I plus 1 is less than or equal to k, that means we are still building sliding window, right? So if S of I is equal to A, E, I, O, U, any of them, right, we will increment the cur. Otherwise, we don't do anything, right? So as and when we reach the sliding window, right, we will enter here. So we just first thing what we do is compare the current and max, and if max is less than current, we put the current into max, right? And then calculate what is the oldest character that we are going to knock off, right? So J is the oldest character, right? Oldest character index. If the oldest character is vowel, we have to decrement the current. If new character, that is I, if it is a vowel, we increment, right? So this process we will continue until the length of the string, and whenever we see the max is less than cur, we will update the max with cur. So finally we do that one check, basically if max is less than cur or not. If it is max is less than cur, we update the cur with max and return the max value. So the algorithm implementation per se is pretty simple. Basically once the concept is understood, basically the sliding window concept, if you get it right, how we are moving, how we are knocking off the oldest character and adding the new character into the count, right? If you get that going, then the implementation is pretty simple. So let's go ahead and look at the time complexity and space complexity for this. So time and space, right? So time, how much time we need actually? So we are going through the entire string only once, right? So there is no like second time or third time or whatsoever, right? So entire string once. What is the string length? We are saying it is n, right? So if the string length is n, the time complexity is order of n. That's what we will say, right? So the time complexity for this particular algorithm is order of n. So what is the space complexity? Space complexity, are we using any extra space here? So we are using these three variables, so n, max and cur. So are we using any more? We are using int j, right? So these are all the variables that we are using. So these variables, they will take constant amount of space irrespective of the length of n, right? So in that particular case, what we will say is the space complexity for this particular algorithm is order of 1. So this is a constant space, right? So this algorithm is a constant space and linear time, that is order of n time algorithm. So the sliding window, even though we are saying k, right, we are not allocating any extra space for k here, right? So we are saying we are considering the sliding window k, but in reality we are not at all assigning any space for k. If you follow the algorithm, right, all we are doing is we are trying to manipulate through the indexes of I and j and trying to come up with a answer, right? So wherever the cur is greater than max, we are updating the max here and here, right? So those are the two places. So now, so getting back to the algorithm, right? So the time complexity is order of n and space complexity is order of 1. So if you have still further questions, you can post them in the comment section below this video. I will get back to you as soon as I can. I have posted the code for this particular problem to the GitHub repository in two languages, C# and Java. You can get the corresponding links in the description below this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe, and also share among your friends as much as possible. Please click on the bell icon so that you will be notified about all my future videos. Thank you for watching. I will be back with another problem very soon. Till then, stay safe and goodbye.